Hi, I'm Cristina Smith, creator along with my brother, puzzle master Rick Smith, of the Yoga for the Brain series of profound philosophy and super duper duper fun puzzle books. We are celebrating the release of our fifth book in the series, Inspired Wisdom Word Search Yoga for the Brain, by interviewing some of the amazing authors from all aspects of life. Today we have with us the author of puzzle number 33, Listen Within, Dennel Tyon. Hi, Dennel.
Hi, Christine.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. First thing I should mention, I guess, is that I'm a social phobic lifelong. I was born in Army Brat, Fort Campbell, Kentucky. My dad was Airborne 101. We traveled all over and never really settled anywhere. I spent 4 years in Virginia, so I tell people that's where I grew up, ages 6 to 10. I was diagnosed early with major depressive disorder and all kinds of things. I've been an insomniac lifelong and never knew why I was so scared of people. I still don't understand it really, but it's something that manifests physically. When I walk into a room full of people, I almost feel like they're sucking all the air out of the room, or I'm going to be squished or something. It's a strange thing to live with.
Well, thank you so much for trusting us enough to join us and to tell a little bit of your story. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you're an author, right?
I appreciate the opportunity. I launched a YouTube channel 5 years ago to try to get used to looking at myself in the video and to try to, because I've always known that I was meant to speak to people. And I've known that because I heard what I consider to be God tell me that when I was 8 years old.
Well, and that's what you write about somewhat in your puzzle. Listen within.
I think I mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandma, of course, made me feel bad about it, so I didn't tell anyone else until I was around age 40 and had a horseback riding accident and spent 3 years bedbound. And I was thrown into some situations in the hospital in the 2 weeks I spent in the hospital where I was compelled to speak about my testimony and actually received really good reception, which surprised me, because of what my grandma had told me when I was a kid. So right. I found in the past decade or so, the more people that I've spoken to about it, the more I've heard that voice too. And they don't find me all that strange. So
it's really comforting for introverts and people who are totally introspective to have somebody to feel understood, because sometimes we feel so isolated. So thank you so much for that. So who's your companion there?
This is Velvet. Hardly remember when I'm holding her. She's become such a part of me. I've had her for almost 4 years now. And she goes almost everywhere with me, and unless little Minnie over here takes in, she's learning to take over when Mama retires. We've gone to bowling alleys and Six Flags and all kinds of places and movie theaters, and restaurants are really good about accepting her.
Okay.
But yeah, she's changed my world. She actually opened it up to me. I started college 12 years ago after my last husband walked out, and just started getting all these emails, hey, have you thought about, psychology degree? And ironically, I always had thought about psychology because I have so many issues myself, and have lived with others who have had addictions, which is thankfully one of the things I've never had to deal with. So I went ahead and I went into a bachelor's program for clinical psychology. I got my degree. I went on into a master's program in forensic psychology because I did have a 16-year background in the legal field, my mom having been an attorney, and she started me working for her young. I found that interesting, but that's not really where I want to be. But it was a stepping stone to my doctorate degree, which was going to be in pastoral community counseling with a specialty in spirituality.
Wow, that is amazing. So what kind of puzzles do you like?
All kinds of puzzles.
Oh,
everything
yeah.
from, like you and your brother, I already read your bio in here. Jigsaw puzzles, word puzzles. My favorite board game was Scrabble. Loved Boggle when it came out.
Oh,
you
Boggle,
name it,
yeah.
I play it. Also Betty on my phone right now. That's the one I play right on my phone. but I will be doing every one of these puzzles in Wisdom Word Search.
Well, thank you so much,
They
Dennel. I
look
really
awesome, and the
appreciate you.
stories are really uplifting.
Oh, well, thank you. And yours is uplifting too. I mean, there are a lot of people who are going to be really inspired by you having the courage to step forward and share your wisdom. You can pick up and read Dennel's story in Inspired Wisdom Word Search Yoga for the Brain. Pick it up at Amazon.com or go to a bookstore and order and find it there. Target.com, BarnesandNoble.com. Thank you so much, Dennel. We really appreciate you being here. Thanks for sharing your wisdom.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak with you. Could I just mention that I do have 5 other books published?
Sure.
I have a couple of novels that are parts 1 and 2.
Okay.
It will be a 4-part novel series, A Letter to Heaven. I have a child's book, This is the Way I Brush My Teeth.
Nice.
And it's a instruction manual basically written in prose so that kids can enjoy it. And my latest one, The Child President.
Awesome.
Inspired by the current president of the White House.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much. Keep up the great work, and bye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Christine. It was lovely to speak with you.
You too.
Say
Bye-bye.
hi to your brother.
Okay.